Okay, here we go. So the very first line it's going to go to is line 2, because that's the first function it'll step into. Yeah, but it's fine. Okay, so index of equals function at array and target. So my hypothesis is that the next line it goes to will be line 6. Variable result equals -1. But it didn't. It went to the function call of underscore dot index of with our actual array. So now we actually have arguments. We have an array and we have an index of 3. So I think now it'll go to line 6. Okay, it went to line 6. Variable result is now assigned to -1. The next line will be line 7. I hypothesize it'll go to line 7. Where it will start to iterate the each function, or the each will iterate over the array. We're going to go one at a time. So the item will be the element, and the index will be whatever index it's at. Okay, so we are in line 7. We're watching the array of 4. That's this one. The result is still -1. So I hypothesize the next line will be line 8. I was incorrect. It went to line 61, which is where I have my each written, which that makes sense. So if the collection, which in this case is our array, is not an array, it would go here, but it is an array. Since our collection is an array, it's going to skip this if body, and it'll go to the else, and it'll start iterating over the array and applying the function, that function, the one that we just left. So my hypothesis is the next line it's going to go to is 66. Okay, I went to 67, but because it skipped this one. So now it's in its loop. So for index 0, it's going to iterate. It's going to start iterate. It's going to start at index 0, which was the element was a 1. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not sure why this is here. I understand this is the array that we are using right now, but I'm not sure why it appeared here. Maybe that's part of the debugger to help me know what's going on. So we're at index 0 right now. So the element is a 1. So I think now it's going to take us back to the function that I passed into the each, or that has been passed into the each. Yep. So here's we're in the function in the each. Right now we're doing it for index 0, which is 1. It says if item is 1, is strictly equal to the target. Our target was 3. So that's already not true. So we're not going to result. We're going to go back to the loop in the each function, which I think was 66 or line 67. Okay, it went to 11. So it skipped this if body. And here we are. This is what I thought was going to happen. Okay, so now we are going to be going through this for index 1, which is a 2. So I'll bet when I hit next, that thing is going to appear here again, that right there. So index 1, which is a 2. So now we're going to go to the function that is passed into each, and it's going to plug in that 2 to see if it satisfies that conditional. So here we are. Item now is a 2. If 2 is strictly equal to target 3, it's not. So it's going to skip this if body and go like it did last time to here, to line 11. And now it's going to go back to the each function and iterate for index 2. Okay, so there we are, index 2. So now we're going to go back to the function passed into each and plug in that 2, or plug in what's on index 2. And index 2 actually has 3 in the array, right? 0, 1, 2. So in this case, the item, it does equal it strictly equals the target. So item equals target, and result is -1. So now it's going to go to line 9, and it's going to reassign result to the index that we're on right now, which is index 2. Okay. This is where I'm not sure. I think it's going to go back because we're not done iterating over the entire array. So let's see. Yep. So we're back to the loop in our each. And now we're going to do that final index, index 3. You can go back to plug it into our function that's passed into each. At index 3, our item is 4. 4 does not strictly equal 3, so it's going to skip this if block, but now it's finished iterating. So it'll skip the if block, and now it's going to go to line 12 to return the result. It did not. Why didn't it? It's trying to iterate over index 4, but there's not an index 4. Interesting. So it has to check to see if there's an index 4. There's not. So now it's at line 12. It's going to return our result. Our result is going to be 2. The end.